Hey guys, how's it going? Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm really sorry for not posting anything during the week. It was a kind of difficult week for me. I will tell you all about it later. Um, However, we need to get back on track, right? And I will also post on Anuncios, not the video, but the PDF for this session. And I would love it if you would click on the link that is right next to the word rhythm. Okay, it's a very simple and interesting exercise on assigning stress to different syllables. And regarding stress, we're going to start today's session with a very simple, in a very rhythmic way. I hope you enjoy, and I hope you're all well, chicos. Big hug, and let's go. Before we go into certain contents, I'd like you to practice or we will practice sentence rhythm by saying rhymes, okay? We all know rhymes and they will be very easy to do. I hope you can practice them. This is the rhythm of the rhyme. Well, what we have here, chicos, are four groups or two typical nursery rhymes. The first one, you know it, is hickory dickory dock, the mouse ran up the clock. And the second one is the classic song or lullaby, twinkle twinkle little star, how I wonder what you are. In both cases we have rather similar patterns of stress and rhythm. The first one is ta 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 ta. That's group 1 and group 2. In group 3 and 4 we have almost the same pattern. Ta 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 ta. Right? In the songs, okay, or from these famous rhymes or lullabies, okay. Try to read the sentence and practice the sentences following that rhythm pattern, okay. Remember, you don't have to sing it, you don't have to say do it according to plan, but we try to make it more natural, as in do it according to plan, right? Do it according to plan in this case, okay, for the first case. It's a simple practice. I hope it's easy for you. So something that helps us sort out the rhythm of English language is of course stress, right? Remember that English is a stress-timed rhythm language. And tonic stress refers to the speaker's use of emphasis to focus a listener's attention. Tonic units can be syllables or words or even complete phrases that we stress as speakers to focus the attention of our listener. Look at this very simple example, right? It says to be or not to be, okay? Notice that Hamlet probably places the stress on the word not instead of the verb to be again to signal the contrast in the second part of this phrase. Imagine what it would sound like if we decided to stress the last word of the sentence, to be or not to be, right? Or basically to be or not to be, right? What we want, or what tonic stress desires, is to avoid confusion and misunderstandings and make ourselves understood. Let's look at some more examples. While word stress is decided by language rules and can be thought of as pronunciation fact, sentence stress is decided by speaker choice. The speaker usually chooses to stress content words, which carry the information, not structure or function words such as auxiliary verbs, pronouns, prepositions, and determiners, although this is not always the case. And here, or this very simple description or definition shows us that we as speakers always have certain control or decision over what words we will choose to stress. There are some kinds of certain, not rules, but types of stress that I want us to go over. Okay, so in this simple dialogue, if you recall weak and strong forms, we have many weak function words and many content words. Remember, usually content words are the words that carry most of the stress or are stressed in a sentence, and function words tend to be de-stressed, or and many of them have used a weak form using the schwa vowel. In this, if we read this dialogue, right, we would notice that content words are just, bought, new, and phone. We have the words what, kind, phone, smartphone, like, smartphone, really, like, if you notice in this conversation. So if we read this conversation or had this conversation following that rule, we would read it something like that. Something like this. I just bought a new phone. What kind of phone? A smartphone. Do you like your smartphone? I really like it. Emphasizing or assigning emphasis to the content words. However, when we have new information, as is in the case when in a conversation you're asked a question, the requested information is naturally stressed more strongly. Notice that in that case we would emphasize the new content word or the content word in a question, right, that gives or answers the requested information. Following that case, we would read this or that logic. We would read this dialogue the following way. I just bought a new phone. What kind of phone? A smartphone. Do you like your smartphone? I really like it. Emphasizing or assigning stress or emphasis to the new content words in each interaction. So our first assignment is very simple. I want you to look at this dialogue and determine where the stress goes in each sentence. Remember to assign emphasis or stress in the content word that answers a question, right, or that gives new information in each sentence. Of course, content words are also stressed, but what word in each sentence would you give more emphasis to? Okay, give it a try, okay, chicos? Well, guys, that's it for today. Thank you so much if you actually watched this video, and if you practiced along or sent me something, which I doubt because no one has. Either way, I don't hold anything against you. You know that you have my love and understanding. However, a couple of things that I need you to bear in mind. First, I've already added the grades for the first phonetics test that you did on strong and weak forms. I actually had to regrade it since in an exercise some of you placed a phonetic symbol that I had to research and see if it was correct, and I found that it was. That bumped up the grade for some of you. In general, the grades were good. I'm still missing a couple of you because of reasons. But what I would like you to do or start thinking of, I don't want us to have like a test, but I would love it if you could, if this seems more appealing to you. I want you guys to choose a scene. It can be a dialogue or monologue from a movie you like. In our next session, I will show you a scene that I've chosen that I really enjoy, and try to explain how stress is assigned in this dialogue or in this scene. My idea is that we can work with this scene, the scene of your choosing. You can transcribe it, assign stress or determine where stress goes, do a transcription of strong and weak forms or phonetic transcription, and that you also try to enact or produce the dialogue or monologue following the stress patterns that you believe are appropriate for that one. Okay? Try to give it a thought, and this next Tuesday we'll have a synchronous session on Blackboard. If you can, try to log in. If you can't, you know that I understand. Okay? Big hug to all of you, and I will see you soon, I hope. See ya.